It is day 3 of making a gorillatag fan game every day. Today I set up the computer, map teleporter, and completely finished the spawn. Also, we've run like crazy over the past couple of days, and it's all because of you guys, so thank you so much for that. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe and join the Discord with the link in the description because we just released mod apps. But other than that, enjoy the video. Alright, so the first thing I did is I actually went to my other game and grabbed the computer from that game, and I tried importing it into Vinefall so I wanted to try and avoid setting everything up, because if you ever made a gorillatag fan game, you know setting up a computer takes a while, but ultimately that did not end up working, so I had to completely set it up from scratch. The models did import along with the text and everything, but nothing was set up, so majority of this video is just going to be me setting up the computer. But it's still pretty fun to watch. So as you can see, I'm just importing the chair right there and giving it a material. I gave it a wood material because I was too lazy to find another material, I'm gonna be honest with you. And then also, since the text did import, the keyboard text was right there. But the keyboard text didn't really fit the current keyboard I added, so I had to redo the text for the keyboard. However, the text for the monitor did import, so that was good. But as you can see, I'm giving a texture to the keyboard backboard. I decided to give it like a rusty metal look. And then I gave the keys a plastic look, as you can see right there. And now I'm just adjusting the font on the computer to the font that I want it to be. I'm changing it to a pixelated font so it matches the aesthetic of the game. And I'm slightly repositioning the monitors to actually fit on the desk. And now the part that took me the longest was putting every text on the keycap, as you can see here. It took a while to adjust all the text, but eventually I got it working. As you can see, there's the one that's going to be the numbers, and I'm just copying each of them and moving them to their own row, as you can see here, like that. And now I have to reposition each text to fit on each keycap, and now I'm just changing the text, as you can see here. I wanted it to match how an actual keyboard layout is, so that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm also adding arrow keys. This will represent the scroll wheel on the keyboard to like go to different tabs, like the color tab, room tab, and all that. And I also had to enter and backspace buttons. I'm also going to add a join public button later on for just the rooms tab, but I didn't do that in this video. Now I'm renaming each key in the hierarchy so that it can work with the script that I'm using. Also, credits to Flimsy for the room, color, and name scripts for the computers. I appreciate it. And as you can see now, I'm just dragging each text to the right keycap. And I slightly change the text to make it fit more. And now I actually start setting up the computer. I start attaching all the scripts to it after I drag it into, after I organize it in the hierarchy and organize the scroll wheels as well. Now I'm renaming some stuff and I'm actually starting to set it up now, as you can see here. So again, I'm using Flimsy scripts. If you need like computer or room scripts or color code scripts, then go to Flimsy VR. His channel is on YouTube, and his scripts are what I use, and they're pretty good. So as you can see, for the computer, we have name, room, color, staff, and credits. That's all I'm gonna have for the update. And I was just changing some of the staff credits on there, and normal credits as well. And now I'm setting up the tab systems, and that was pretty easy to set up, so I didn't need to do much on that. Now I'm fixing some bugs on the stats computer. As you can see on the stats computer, it'll display your FPS, local time, playfab ID, players online, players room, and it'll display if you're connected to Wi-Fi or not. So if you can't join a room, make sure to check that if you're connected to your Wi-Fi or not. Now I just crossed out some stuff on the spawn. And as you can see here, there were some weird cracks in the spawn floor, so I'm just fixing that really quick right here. It was pretty easy to fix, so I didn't need to do much on that. But I'm just also fixing a bug in the brick wall. It didn't render for some reason from the Blender model, but it was easy to fix. Just had to attach the brick material and change the tiling. And I also crossed that off on the list. But now I'm making a, I don't know what I should call it. It's like a map changer. It displays what maps there are, and you can also change what map you're in using this. So for the release, the maps that are going to be out on release, it's going to be Spawn, Shop, Forest, Zero Gravity, and Parkour. That only for release, not counting any updates or anything. I didn't want to add too many maps for release, so I decided to just go with that. We're probably going to drop a horror update right after the release, but for now, horror is not going to be part of the initial release. But as you can see, I'm just adding some extra details to the map projector. And now I'm texturing it. I decided to add like a wood framing texture and then a metal texture for the sign. And the actual screen is just going to be green, as you'll see when I put it in Unity. Now I'm importing it into the actual project, setting up the textures and all that, rescaling it. I decided to put it next to the player, like for a second just to scale it, and then I put it back. As you can see here. And it's pretty big. It's one of the biggest objects in the spawn area. And it hopefully will catch the player's attention, if you know what I'm saying. Now I'm just adding text to the top of the sign to show that it's the maps. And I'm just decorating the screen area. As you can see here, just changing the header, where the header will go. And now I'm copying the text and I'm going to add the available maps. But first I add a button. This button will be what you click to teleport to the map. And also, if you guys have ever played my old game, Jman's Jungle, I took huge inspiration from that, but I made a different model, if that makes sense. But as you can see here, the current map it'll be on is Forest, and then you'll be able to click different arrow buttons to go to different maps. That you'll see I add in a second. So, as you can see, I'm adding the arrow buttons right here. These arrows will be to go to the next page, and you can go to different maps from there. So now I'm just setting up the scripts for that, and it was really easy to set up. And now I'm just baking the lighting, but for some reason, the computer model, they were acting weird, so I had to set them to unstatic, which basically, if an object is static, that means it's going to take in the baked lighting. If it's not static, that means it's going to ignore the lighting. So I eventually had to just make it unstatic and not take in lighting, and it ended up looking fine at the end, so it didn't really matter, as you can see here. And that's all I got done today. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and also join the Discord server with the link in the description, as we just released mod apps. But other than that, that's all, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.